And now, the host of Quirks of Israel, Reverend Peter Fast.
Yeah, so I got the cauliflower for my wife, but she said it wasn't big enough. Of course they're applauding. They always applaud like a little while. I got a lot of time. Don't worry. Yeah.
We're rolling.
What, rolling? The cameras. That's what rolling means? Oh, now. Okay. Hey, everyone. Good to see you. Okay. Yeah. You know, you take directions, and I say it's my show, but really, you know, other people have all the power. So, welcome today. Yeah. Oh, look at all of you fine-looking people. Such a delight to be here. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry a little about that at the beginning there. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Okay, so welcome to episode 21 of the Quirks of Israel show. Hey. Oh, this is great. Okay. So today's episode is called Wacky Yet Practical Creations, Israel's Innovation. In the Bible, the prophet Isaiah declares Israel's glorious restoration and ultimately the dominion of the Messianic era. Now, I don't have some big announcement. We're obviously not there yet, but we are seeing an incredible miniature version of that today. Isaiah 27 verse 6 states, Israel shall blossom and bud and fill the face of the whole world with fruit. Now, this is literally happening. I can buy oranges from Jaffa, grapefruit, pomegranate, olive oil, and other wondrous fruits from other parts of Israel in many grocery stores across Canada, and this is the case for many other countries around the world. So we're getting a teaser of what Isaiah spoke of. I mean, Israel filling the world with fruit. But Israel is also filling the world with wacky and amazing inventions and innovation. And this is what we are going to talk about today. Okay? Let's hear it. All right. Okay. So we are going to go through 6 of the most incredible, random, and out-of-this-world, wacky, practical, sophisticated, genius, futuristic inventions that have come out of Israel to date. I think George Lucas would be impressed, I dare to say. I consulted and did my research on a website called Culture Trip, an article written by Ruben Lewis, Tali Sharon, and Patricia Clark, and Maya Sapika, can't forget about them, called Israeli Inventions That Changed the World. It was a brilliant read and was invaluable to compiling our list. Always important to give credit. And I have my handy cue cards here, so let's begin. Number 1. SniffPhone. You heard that right? SniffPhone. I love this name. It's hilarious but mysterious at the same time. Better than smell phone. Hey? Okay, this is going to be a little bit more kind of comedic hour right now. Okay. The SniffPhone is a diagnostic tool that can literally sniff out disease. It was awarded the 2018 Innovation Award by the European Commission for Most Innovative Project and is an evolution of the technology developed by Professor Hassam Hayek of the Technion Israel Institute of Technology. Okay, I might have said his name wrong, but we will continue. These are goofy words. Nose is a breathalyzer that can detect the symptomatic odor caused by some cancerous tumors, Parkinson's, dementia, multiple sclerosis, and many other diseases. It has an 86% to 93% degree of accuracy. The SniffPhone aims to further simplify this diagnostic process by making the technology accessible via a plug-in that can be attached to your smartphone. Okay, number 2, Rewalk. All right, Rewalk. Let's hear it for Rewalk. Okay. All right, this is a battery-packed exoskeleton. Sounds like a cyborg type, kind of Terminator, RoboCop thing, but it's amazing. After a tragic accident left him paralyzed from the waist down, Dr. Amit Gopher spent years developing a way for paraplegics to be less dependent on wheelchairs. Enter the Rewalk by Argo Medical Technologies, easily one of the greatest Israeli inventions in the field of science, allowing the user to stand upright, walk, and even climb stairs. This exoskeleton-esque robot receives movement signals from a wristwatch and is powered by a backpack battery. Don't want that to short circuit. It's been available for public use since 2014 and has made appearances at the London Marathon and the 2012 London Paralympics. Number 3, PillCam. Okay, PillCam. This is a swallowable medical camera. Let's hear it for swallowable medical cameras. Okay, inspired by a personal experience with chronic stomach pain, scientist Gabriel Idan of Given Imaging, this is now Medtronic, came up with the idea of creating a digestible, disposable camera that transmits data to a receiver outside the body. I mean, this is like the 1977 film Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Well, the PillCam is FDA approved and is now used across the globe to diagnose infection, intestinal disorders, and cancers in the digestive system. It's also able to access areas of the digestive system that are typically out of range during a conventional procedure, okay? So thank the Lord for that one. All right. Number 4, the flexible stent. Let's hear it for the flexible stent. Stent, hey? Just sounds strange and a bit wacky. Anyway, millions of people owe their lives to the flexible stent, a tube-shaped device used to open up arteries to treat coronary heart disease and blockages, preventing the need for open heart surgery. Now, how about we turn to software technology and innovation, something I use every day, and understand nearly zero of how these sorts of things actually function. I mean, come on, we all take this stuff for granted, unless you're some IT tech wizard who really understands how a smartphone or computer works. So we got number 5, Firewall. All right, now this is not a wall on fire, but instead it's that word we all hear about. If you operate a laptop or a desktop, and yet most people know very little about the actual function of a firewall, although we know it's extremely important for protecting against malware, which I have no idea what that even is. Kind of like Orange Leap or something. That's an inside joke. Anyway, let's hear it for inside jokes. Okay. Anyway, I'm what they call technologically impaired, all right? The article I mentioned above describes a firewall as the software that protects our data from dangerous cyber activity is one of the cornerstones of computer security and arguably one of the greatest tech inventions from Israel. The biological parents of the firewall are widely accepted to be Gil Shwed, Marius Nacht, and Shlomo Kramer of Israel-based Check Point Software Technologies. The team developed the first ever fully viable commercial firewall in 1993, and since then, Check Point has expanded, opening branches overseas and partnering with major tech companies, including Nokia. Okay, so the firewall protects against cyber viruses and other bad things that can infect your computer. These things are invisible, but created by someone in a dungeon, kind of like a mad scientist who is quite mean and tries to ruin the software on your computer. So this thing called a firewall, so it protects your computer. Okay. Picture a healthy person and they catch a virus, okay? But then they are led to a burning wall of fire. No, forget it. Okay. I kind of get what it is, okay? We'll just move on. Okay, good. Number 6, WaterGen. All right. So drinking water from thin air, okay? This is why I will never be some tech innovator. Now, carrier pigeons, I understand. That's easy. See, what you do is you raise your homing pigeon, you write your note, very small note, okay? You attach it to the pigeon leg, let the pigeon fly away, thereby delivering your message. Well, actually, the pigeon has to be raised at point A and then taken to point B and then set loose back to point A, or else it will just fly away and fly all over the place and never deliver your message. Okay, whatever. Anyway, back to WaterGen. Okay, headquartered in Petah Tikva, WaterGen is producing clean drinking water out of thin air using nothing more than a portable generator. Founded in 2010 by Ira Kohavi, WaterGen's devices use patented Genius technology to extract humidity from the air. Examples: vaporized water that is present in the atmosphere everywhere from rainforest to desert climates like Israel's. WaterGen's generators cool and liquidize the air vapor, producing up to 4 liters of water for every kilowatt hour of electricity they use. The generators also include built-in filtration technology to account for air pollution and further treat the extracted water to ensure it is safe to consume. I hope you understood that. I kind of did. All right, let's go back to carrier pigeons. No. All right, okay, so if we've learned anything today, Israel produces crazy and incredible stuff. A few other things, ready? Here they are: GPS, voicemail, email technology, drip irrigation technology, water distill technology, Pentium chips in computers, Mobileye, which is a navigational system for road safety, AI, and a bunch of other things that I could keep listing that would make me sound impressive, but I have really no clue about what I'm actually saying. The technology is impressive, kind of like Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man, and yet if Israel can find one expert in that country to actually explain to me what a firewall is or malware, and have me actually understand what they're saying, then that, ladies and gentlemen, will be a miracle of God and Israel's greatest accomplishment in innovation. Israel is quirky. Okay, join me on the final episode of the Quirks of Israel show as I bring to you a history of the carrier pigeon. Just kidding. The final episode will be on the museums of Israel. Cheers and shalom.